everybody. It is Craig, whispering storyteller, and I hope you are well. Well, it is the 30th of June, which means it's Ramble time. So welcome to Storyteller's Ramble for the month of June 2024. And it's strange because this diary, this ramble that I do each month is kind of like me keeping a bit of a diary on what's going on in my life, what's happening. But it's also a great chance for me to connect with you and get how your month is going as well. And I do hope it's been a good month and a good year so far. Can you believe that we are 50% through the year, halfway through the year? Wow, it's gone really fast, hasn't it? So first of all, I want to say thank you. I've done a few videos recently where I have been telling you and eating chocolates and fast food. And it's really nice to kind of get quite a bit of interest in these videos. It seems like these old-fashioned show and tell videos are really popular, and I'm so grateful for that because they are quite easy to make. And yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot more of those as well. So I will be doing more chocolate tasting, more maybe some crisps or potato chips as you might call them, maybe some fizzy drinks, maybe some beers. So the whole kind of taste and tell, as I call it, is definitely something I can continue doing. So thank you so much for all the great feedback and how well received it has been. So from the heart, a thank you very much. So Sunday afternoon, my favourite time of the week. Sunday afternoon is just so sleepy. Nothing much happens. It's very quiet, although we do have a big football game taking place this afternoon. It kicks off at 5 p.m. and it's England v Slovakia. I've got no idea what the result is going to be for that. But yeah, things are really sleepy at the moment. But by tea time, what we call tea time here, late afternoon, it is going to be big game on in a lot of pubs and a lot of living rooms, and there's flags out of windows, and it's a time when we get really patriotic and the England flag flies everywhere. So good luck to England, and I hope we can do something. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed. So, let's cozy up and have a chat about June, the month of June. How has it been? So let's rewind back in time, and I often use my phone to have a scroll back and look at pictures I've taken, and that normally prompts me of what has actually gone on. So it has been a busy old month, and one thing that's happened was I went to Robin Hood's Bay, as I mentioned in previous videos. I had a great week at Robin Hood's Bay. Why did I choose Robin Hood's Bay when I went, a lot of other places in the UK and Scotland, etc.? But Robin Hood's Bay is something I've heard about many times. And I just hadn't been. And it's what a 90-minute drive from where I live. So I decided to jump in the car with Halo the dog and my other half and just go and explore it for a week, and I got a really good deal. So I stayed at the White Owl Apartments, which is situated on this big steep bank on the top of this bank, and Robin Hood's Bay is kind of a little village at the bottom of the bank. But the White Owl Apartments is lovely views, and it's not far from Whitby, which is the great historical town of Whitby, which is just amazing. North Yorkshire is absolutely stunning. So all of these little seaside towns and villages are just absolutely picture postcard. Narrow streets, cobbled, really oldie worldy buildings and great traditions and lovely locals as well. So I know that I did a video about all of the things that I purchased when I was in Robin Hood's Bay. But looking back, it was just a lovely week away, and there was no agenda, there was no anything I had to do. It was just wake up, have breakfast, decide what to do, whether I jumped in the car and went to one of the other towns or whether I had a wander around. But it was just nice to have that time away from the routine and have the dog with us as well. So it was really special. So my birthday was the 5th of June, and my late dad, who died back in 2002, unfortunately, he had a brain tumour and he passed away. He would have been 72 on the 6th of June. And I always have a bit of reflection on my dad's anniversary, on his birthday, should I say. And I also have a bit of a reflection, and I had the most fantastic childhood. I felt so safe, protected by my parents. I had everything I needed. I did get a few things I wanted as well, but I had everything, just a really good balanced upbringing. And I'm so grateful for my parents for that. But I also have a little bit of reflection for my dad. And just wonder what he would have been doing had he been around. And it's funny because I always have a thought. I always think if my dad was somehow nearby and watching, the one thing that connected us was music. And I always think if I heard one of his favourite songs, I just know that he's still there, still a connection there. And believe it or not, I walked into this pub and the song that was playing was one of his favourite songs. So it was an old turntable playing, like vinyl has come back in such a big way. But this song was playing away on the jukebox in this lovely pub, and it was just one of his favourite songs, and I was so surprised. But I always raise a glass to my dad on his birthday. But Robin Hood's Bay, amazing. Whitby, amazing. Weather wasn't great. I know I've mentioned that a few times, but it was just nice to have a wander around. Now I got back on the Friday, and I was back to work on the Monday. So I recorded the video with the birthday presents, etc. Now, one thing that I am planning is I'm recording a song called Let's Raise a Glass, and it's a song inspired around just remembering people who's passed. It's a Christmas song. So I'm recording it as a Christmas card to my friends and family. Weird, I know, but I am kind of like that. I'd like to get these little creative ideas, and it'll be a keepsake if people like it. So I have got booked on the 4th of July, American Independence Day, I've got a session booked with a music producer, and we are going to record Let's Raise a Glass, the song that I've wrote. So I've spent the last few weeks on the side of doing ASMR videos and working full time and other things, other chores, everyday things. So I've had to try and balance a little bit of time here, there and everywhere, but I guess if you want to do something, you just do it. And I recorded a demo, and I'm going this Thursday, the 4th of July, to record it, so I'm super excited about that, because it's a bit of downtime for me. So I've got Thursday and Friday off work, and I'm going to just enjoy it so much, and I'm so grateful to the people who are helping me out, eternally grateful. I am a guitarist, but I'm not the most accomplished guitarist. I can get by strumming a few chords. I've got a few guitars lying around, actually. There's one there, actually, but I've got a 12 string. I've got a beautiful Tanglewood guitar that I bought many years ago. Now I'm currently getting that repaired because one of the tuners has come out. So it's in for repair, and I'm hoping to get that back this week. But it's got such a lovely sound. So I am really into writing songs again for the first time in many years. And they're not particularly for anybody, they're just for me. I just write them for me. In fact, I would say I've got a whole album's worth of songs. And the lyrics always kind of come at some point. I always get the melody first. I always think of a melody, and I record things as voice notes on my phone. And that's how I build a song, just by recording things when they come in my head. But with the use of GarageBand, I'm able to add some virtual drumming and add some layers of instruments just by playing the keyboard. And it's a great way for me to visualise a song and get it some kind of structure around it. So yeah, so I've got a guitar in for repair. I'm recording this Thursday, and I'm just know that it's going to be great. I'm so super excited, and I just love these kind of creative outlets. It's so special to be able to channel that side of your energy into a positive place. So what can be wrong with it? It's a great way to keep things balanced. Also, this Thursday, the 4th of July, is the UK election day. So we are all, like everywhere at the moment, it looks like the US have got the whole Biden and Trump debate. The UK has got Starmer and Sunak head to head. It looks like Starmer is going to be triumphant. I don't know how I feel about any of them, to be honest. We've got these endless debates on TV here in the UK, so every time I put the TV on an evening, there seems to be some kind of leaders' debate from various political parties, and even deputy heads, or I'm not quite sure what the official name for a second in command, but even they are having debates as well. So we've got a bit of a to and fro between different parties, and they're all, as usual, as they did with Trump and Biden, just bringing each other down and tearing strips off each other. And sometimes I just feel I've got to turn it off, because I've heard the stock answers coming from the questions that many times now. And it looks like France is also going to the polls with Macron and Le Pen. So there seems to be a resurgence of the far right appearing in different pockets across the whole globe. And I mean, I'm not here to talk about politics, we're here to relax, right? But it's got to be at least acknowledged that it's going on and it's happening this Thursday. But I'll be glad to see the back of it, to be honest, and whoever wins, wins. Yeah. So that's this Thursday. I'll be recording, but I'll probably just hear about what's happened afterwards. So yeah, looking forward for the guitar. Now the weather in the UK has improved significantly. So we've had a bit of a heat wave, and we've been absolutely sweltering in like 30-degree heat, which is hot for us. I went down to Birmingham, so if I tell the story about last week now, because this kind of ties in with where I am in the month. So last Saturday, I was going to make an ASMR video, but then I realised I had a leak. I opened a cupboard downstairs in the kitchen, and the whole bottom of the cupboard was just drenched. Lots of water just running onto the kitchen floor. And I thought, oh no, I thought it's come from above. So I looked above, there was no leak. Then I realised it was actually coming from the bottom of the boiler. These big gloops of water just dripping out the bottom, so you panic. So I got on the phone to my boiler repairman, the guy who comes and services my boiler. For anybody else, Britain has a heating system that gives you radiators, keeps your house warm, hot water, etc. But we rely on our boilers a lot. I mean, most other countries have got AC units, etc. But we tend to have more heating because of our climate. So he asked me to isolate the water, so I had to go and find the valve and make sure the water was off. And then he came along, but he spent about 4 or 5 hours. He had to go and repair the part, get the part and bring it back. So that ended my day, and I didn't get a chance to record my ASMR video. And then on Saturday night I already had plans to do something with our neighbours. So it was a difficult one. And then on Sunday, which is normally my day when I just sit and edit or whatever, I had to actually go to Birmingham. So as part of my new job role that I got recently, we have having this 3-day conference in Birmingham, which is a good 3-hour drive away from where I live. It's in the Midlands in England. So I had to decide. So my work purchased a ticket for me to get the train, but I had to take cameras because I was actually filming this work event, so that colleagues could replay it and share the messages, all the key messages coming out from the management, etc. So I decided to cancel my train literally 45 minutes before I was getting on, and I decided to drive instead. So that meant I had to throw my suitcase in the boot, the tripods, the cameras, the lights, and just hot-tail down the A1 to get to Birmingham. So I left at 3 p.m. I got there around 6:30ish, and I didn't get back until Wednesday. Now the whole 3 days I was there were long days, lots of agendas, lots of rehearsals, and I had to do interviews with the leadership. I had to record lots and lots of footage of interviewing visitors who were coming for the conference to get their feelings, their sentiment, and how they found it at the end. So there was a lot of capture going on between the many presentations and the interactive sessions that they had. So when I got back on Wednesday night, I drove back really tired, I had to pull together an edit of the highlights of the 2-day event. So I felt like I relived that conference all over again. And it took me 2 whole days staying up late, trawling through endless pieces of footage and putting it together. Did it work? Did I have to change the scene and put another one in? So editing is a little bit like laying down a jigsaw. Does the piece fit? Does it flow with the other scenes? So I found with a lot of mixing and matching, it took me 2 days to pull a 3-4 minute edit together. And I just finished Friday tea time, which is late afternoon. And I hadn't even unpacked. My suitcase was still in the kitchen with my clothes in from the conference, and I was just focused on editing. So that's why I didn't upload last week. I had all the best intentions, but with the boiler and the conference taking place, it just had to give, unfortunately. So I'm back in the fold now. And yeah, here we are now at the end of June, about to go into July. Now July is a busy month for me too, because I've got the Relay for Life taking place, which is that lovely charity event where I spend 24 hours going round a track in aid of cancer research. So I blocked the whole day out on the 13th of July. Is that the right date? It's a Saturday. I think it might be, I don't know if it's the Sunday's date. But anyway, mid-July I'm doing this event and I'm trying to raise funds to do that. But it all goes towards Paula's fund, which is my friend who I recently lost. So July is a very focused month as well. August looks a little bit quieter, and I'm going to take a few weekends out and maybe go somewhere to relax. So, yeah, July is a very sociable month indeed. Got lots of friends to catch up with on weekends, and that's what I do. I kind of put my friends in a bit of a rotation, because I've got different friends, different jobs, etc. I don't generally bring everybody together unless, obviously, it's an event. So, yeah, that's where I am at the moment. So again, these are great because it gives me a bit of a diary, it keeps a diary of what's been going on. So I think this is where I might sign out, so I wish you well. My light is about to go off. The battery's flat, but I wish you the best week ahead, and I'll be back in touch with some more videos to help you relax. Keep the suggestions coming in, and again, thank you everybody, and I will see you all very soon. That was the light going out. Take care.